Murray State has picked Kings Row. And it looks like Panthers have chosen defense for round 1. So Murray State has to come out with a statement. And I'd be curious to know about, like, I don't know, maybe you get in League, there's not really attack and defense, right?
Not really, no.
Right.
Just all attack.
In Overwatch, it's kind of I'm not sure in a competitive environment how Murray State feels about going defense first or offense first. I feel like if you go offense first, you've really got to come out and make a statement. Defense, you can just kind of see, what they're doing and adjust from there.
I'm not actually surprised that Davenport chose to go defense, because what they showed is that they could hold that choke point really well, as we saw in Busan. So the fact that they would choose a map that pretty much just has one way to get in, and just put down that double shield comp and hold the choke point. Yeah, it should be interesting. I'll be curious to see how Murray State thinks they'll be able to break through that.
No substitutions for either team. Yell HF in the chat. Good luck. Have fun. See positive atmosphere. Competitors. Much different from what you get online.
So one of the Twitch people commented that Murray State is just getting pressured and split. Any thoughts on that? Would you say that was the issue?
Definitely pressured. Split, they did try to stay together. They did get split a couple times. I will say, to Murray State's credit, they do tend to stick together pretty well, but definitely just pressured and pressured and pressured. And Davenport knew how to capitalize when they got, that first team wipe, for example. They pushed forward and capitalized it and kept them under pressure, not giving Murray State the chance to sit there and regroup and think, oh guys, let's go this way, let's do this way. They forced them to make a decision in an instant. About 15 seconds away. Starting. See pretty much the same loadout. We do see Corrosivet running the Bastion this time and Quan the Baptiste. That's about the only difference from last time, and they do have a Mercy as well. So I think we can already see what they're going to do. Davenport is going to set up and just double shield that Bastion and play the infamous, probably a cheese comp, as we like to say online. Murray State, Flavfield switches to the Ana. That's pretty much the only chase, and Anher, who played so well with May on Kings Row, hoping to come up big for his team here. Can he perform when it counts? Double shields coming in. The initial phase of this fight, they're going to feel each other out. Hopefully get that ice wall. The isolated team, Bastion, isolated up top. They need to put in the damage quick. He's being healed. Lots of healing coming in. That immortality field is going to be big for Davenport. Murray State staying alive. They need to get a little bit closer together. Ice wall coming in again. Managed to separate, get some damage going. That's one pick from Corrosivet on Anher. She falls, and so does Aziz, and just like that, the tides have turned, and Murray State is on the retreat.
That was a good initial push. It looked like they had it for a second, especially as soon as Baptiste's invincibility field went down. Ana chose to sleep the Bastion instead of attacking her to try and relieve some of that just continuous pressure and damage. And for a second I thought they would have it, but then the Panthers just brought it back, and there was just nothing that Murray State could do, forcing them to retreat.
Yeah, you did see a lot of damage coming in on that Bastion. For those of you unfamiliar with Overwatch, Corrosivet, the robot, he had a lot of damage coming in, but Davenport really focused their heals and their immortality field work. Now you see Murray State's going to come in on the hotel. Aziz staying back a little bit. Flav going to stay behind the statue for the healing lines. And Murray State backs out, switches their mode of attack. Rocks coming in from Sigma. Corrosivet gets a pick on Quote. And Murray State make it count here. Major push coming in. Blizzard coming in from Anher as well. This could be important. They may take the first point here. That's another kill for Murray State. The revive coming in, and it gets canceled. That's big. And Murray State able to take the first point. Aziz with the triple.
That was really well played by Murray State. They kind of switched up their strategy a little bit. Instead of all going in together, they moved around and really took advantage of that Moira ult to get the damage in on the side, which gave Murray State a chance to come in with their shields right up in front, giving them the opportunity to take that point. That was really well played by Murray State.
And as somebody pointed out in the chat, Bastion got slept, hit with a rock, he got hit in the wall, he got pulled and still didn't die. Testament to Davenport's healers for being on point. Very well played by them. Now this is interesting. That's an interesting point to hold from Davenport. They do have the high ground and that narrow area, which will give them a lot of protection, but this is going to allow Murray State, if they want, they could have that cart move up. They've got one person on the cart right now. May hanging out, going to heal herself a little bit. Ice wall coming in to block him off. That is the downfall for Davenport, staying there. And here comes the Reaper for Davenport, trying to harass, trying to do some damage while his team makes it downstairs. The payload is at a crossroads. Dwarfs gets 2, Krosovet gets 1. They are wasting some ults. Murray State will come away with the ult advantage in the next fight. But they will have to use it correctly. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, plenty of time.
That was an interesting decision by Davenport to set up on the point, giving Murray State a little more room to move the point forward under the belief that they would be able to actually defend better from up there. And as you can see, it worked, but it was also kind of a risk, because if that May wall had worked out just a little bit better, that would have given Murray State a pretty good jump and a lot of free yardage on that payload.
Very well played from both teams so far on this map. Definitely a little more even contest than last time. Murray State playing very well, coordinating. So is Davenport. Communication on point, I'd say, for both teams. Here comes the Murray State Racers. Shields going in. Sigma throwing a shield down on the rock as well. Blizzard coming in from Anher. Murray State going to throw everything they have at this to get around the corner. They know if they win it here, they can get it up. Wonderful Blizzard. Aziz takes 3, and they push on. Can they snowball from here? They are going to kill the Reaper, so they'll stay on the point. They're not going to punish too hard, and Reaper just buying time. They need to do that quick. They do. That
was an incredible Blizzard right there. Caught 4 of the Davenport players out, and then was just able, the rest of the team, to just put down that damage, wipe out the team, and gives them some more yardage on that payload.
Freshman Alex Anher showing up big for his team, and Murray State still with 3 ults. And here they come. They're almost to the next checkpoint. That would be vital. If they could get 2 here, all they have to do is stop Davenport from getting 1 when they play defense. 1:56 left. Only 105.6 meters to the next point. It's counting. Murray State's more focused on the kills right now. They're saving those ults. Both teams just filling each other out. The Reaper trying to take that high ground, gives up, stays on top of the payload. He gets 1. Anher gets a kill as well. That's another kill from Murray State. Flapfilth with the double. And Murray State continues to push on to the next checkpoint.
Again, we're seeing Murray State with their communication. After they were initially just steamroller, they really pulled it all together, just talking so much more, moving. They make so many fewer mistakes now, just a lot faster on the communication and the talk, and that's really what I wanted to see.
And you notice now Flapfield switched back to the Baptiste. Well, we'll get rid of those icons momentarily. Can get rid of those, don't worry about it. We'll get rid of those momentarily, guys, sorry. Technical difficulties. Murray State getting wiped here. There you go. Trying our best. It's been a long day.
Icons.
It's been a long day. Caster's Curse there. 2 minutes, plenty of time, 2-0. Respectable scoreline so far. Murray State making a statement. Want to let Davenport, they are down but not out. Murray State charging forward. They've got 3 ults. How will they use those here? They've got to watch Doomfist coming in from behind. He gets caught up in the Blizzard. Immortality Field coming down as well. There's 3, 4 for Murray State. Beautiful play.
That was incredible, countering that Doomfist coming around the back. That's pretty much what Doomfist wants to do. He comes in, he takes out the DPS really fast with that incredible amount of damage that he's able to output. He was immediately caught up in that Blizzard, and then there was just nothing he could do as he was just deleted by Murray State.
And that gong sound means there's a team kill. Davenport's going to get caught in the corner. They've got to watch the Reaper. Immortality Field down on that Baptiste. Baptiste is going to get caught out by the Reaper. He needs to be careful. Bonsai takes out the Orisa. A kill from Doomfist. And here comes the Gravitic Flux. Yokai, Chance, both get a kill. Murray State losing the battle on this one. 1 minute, 15 seconds, plenty of time, but Davenport is going to push up here. They're not going to stay back on the payload, most likely. And I say that, and they back up. That's the curse, isn't it? Commentate, you say somebody's going to do something, and they never
and
do.
then it just doesn't happen.
It's exactly what happens every time. I'm surprised. I guess this corner is a good place to hold it. I'm a little surprised that they didn't push forward here. Curious to see how that affects them. They've got 50 seconds. Murray State has got 1, maybe 2 if they push it. Team fights left. Reaper, Bonsai going in up top. He's going to jump down on the back line. He's 5% away from ult. He's just going to play his ult. He's going to play his life. Going to try and survive. He's 97. He doesn't have the nano. There is no Ana right now. These get stunned. Bringing in Coalescence. Ice Wall trying to block and isolate. Yokai gets picked off. That's their Sigma down. 1 shield. 2 shields down. Murray State can progress here. They need to capitalize. 15 seconds left. They're getting the kills. Their Reaper's still alive. Dwarf's still harassing. Moira's got to watch out. Chief sees him as well. Immortality Field keeping him alive. There's another pick. Roosevelt down. This is a prolonged team fight. We are now into overtime. Murray State needs to stay on the point. Gravitic Flux coming in from Murray State. Damage boost coming in from the Baptiste. There's another set of kills from Murray State, and they are going to win the round. Murray State
takes
3-0 in the first map. Let's go Racers.
That had me on the edge of my seat.
The best game so far. 3-0. Looks like a landslide, but remember, there is another side to play in this. Davenport has to make it to the end. They have to make it all the way to the end of this map. And if they do, there will be another round played, and it will go back and forth until one team comes away the victor. I guess there could be a draw. I don't see that happening in this. But we'll see. Davenport, they are a good team. Murray State proving they are not to be doubted. A feeling Murray State's going to run a same sort of composition, probably Flabfill switching back to Diana, if I had to guess. Once again, the caster curse. He'll probably play as Zenyatta or something.
Said it, yeah.
Yeah, and there he is, Baptiste.
So what would you say changed between that? Because the first time Murray State was pretty well steamrollered, and then the second round they were able to get through all 3 points right to the end in overtime.
For me and her, he's the difference maker. On that May, and this, specifically this map, but his May is incredible. And for me, he's the difference maker. Everybody playing well, of course, but he is coming up big for the team. You saw the ice walls at the right time. The blizzards were the big defining moments. I think he is going to be the difference maker, and I'm curious to see how he does on defense.
So no pressure, of course.
No pressure. No pressure, but all the pressure.
You are why we win or lose, but no pressure.
Now, Corrosive has switched over to the Widowmaker. Sigma Chief is throwing up, in anticipation, I guess, his barrier up top just in case. Widowmaker, remember, we saw this from Northwood in the game earlier. Their Widowmaker was able to get a couple kills and change the tide of this first point. But Murray State's Ice Wall from Anher isolating Billy Smash, and they're able to take him down. That's one shield down, and Murray State can hold this point with a little more confidence now. Corrosive going down as well. Anher is on a roll. Sigma throwing his barrier, throwing in the rocks. Chief doing well to stabilize his team, leading his team to that 3-0 first round victory. Murray State needs to hold on here to tie up the series. I told you this would be a good one, and it is. Ice Wall coming in, isolating the Sigma. Incredible scenes! Immortality Field going to keep them alive, but not for long. Can they focus that Bastion? Yes, they do! Not enough heals from the Mercy and the Baptiste. Immortality Field protecting Murray State as they trample over Davenport.
That was just incredible with the May walls coming up, and then Murray State would immediately go aggro. Perfectly timed to just catch one person out, especially when it's one of the tanks, the Orisa. You lose that shield, and there's just not a whole lot you can do. The comp is the meta is so shield heavy. If you lose your shield, then you're just
incredible Ice Wall coming in, and her playing out of his skin. He is the difference maker today. Wah taking down that Immortality Field. They can try to get the benefit from theirs, but Murray State focuses it quickly, and they manage to stabilize. No picks coming in, and they do have the ult advantage. Murray State in prime position right now, but plenty of time to go. Here comes Sigma with his Graphitic Flux. This could be the difference maker on this point. Murray State needs to back up. Dwarfs has switched over to the Pharah, and with the help of 4 teammates, manages to take down Flabfilth. And Davenport slowly inching forward. And her can only do so much. He's almost on his own. He's got the Sigma. He's got the Moira. Mercy popping off the revive on Dwarfs. That's going to be, yeah, Murray State needs to probably cede that point. Anybody that's alive would either need to die or back up. I don't think they have enough time to take it. They're going to make an effort for it. Gravitic Flux coming in. If they get this, this is clutch. Immortality Field coming in from both teams. Murray State really trying to hold on here. Flabfilth going to just try and extend that time just a little bit. He gets taken out. Valiant effort from the Racers. And now the timer is reset, 4 minutes. Plenty of time for Davenport. Push forward. Murray State not going to hold that top hallway. Let's see where Murray State holds up. They're all trying to regroup. No rush here. Switches coming in so far. Got We do a quick check in the, for those of you unfamiliar, in the top you can see percentages next to characters. Those are counting up to their ultimate abilities. Those are abilities that can really change the course of a game. Murray State has 2, and they get 2 down. Murray State had to pop a blizzard to get through this area. Davenport just strolling through.
There's not much contesting as Davenport just, I mean, the payload isn't even slowing down. Nobody else is able to get on to the point, and Murray State is just being routed at this point.
I have a feeling Murray State wanted to hold a little deeper, but then they get the 2, and now they're staggered, and it just shows that maybe sometimes being a little bit aggressive may pay off. Davenport is going to get this second point. And really, once they got that first point, they got the second. There was really no contest coming in, but the timer only resets to 4 minutes, so 4 minutes is plenty of time to hold this last point. But here comes the Bastion on the point. This is, some of you that have played Overwatch would refer to this as the pirate ship. Putting the Bastion on top of the payload, protected by the shields. Murray State is going to have to coordinate here. Going to have to focus that Bastion or that Mercy. There comes the Blizzard. That's going to be incredible. If they can pull that off, and her gets the kill on the Bastion, they need to take care of that Mercy before the revive. Mercy's still alive. Here comes the Blizzard. Davenport, who's it going to get? Gets the Orisa. Shield coming in from the Chief to protect his team. Incredible shield from the Chief. Murray State able to stabilize there. I gotta say, that was very impressive teamwork. And just like that, Murray State makes a statement. No, you don't. You are not walking in here that easy.
That initial catch out of the 2 players, I'm not sure who it was. It seemed like it was a miscommunication about which way the team wanted to go, whether they wanted to engage just then or hold back a little bit. And then with, 4 people one way, 2 people another, the 2 were immediately just caught out. But once they pulled it back together, they were actually able to defend that point and are now forcing it backwards, losing Davenport yardage.
Looks like a big brawl coming in on the point right now. Reaper trying to harass that Bastion, keep him distracted. Bastion back there just being healed by the Mercy and the Orisa shield protecting him from damage. Davenport going to push forward. You're going to see back and forth with the payload. Incredible kills. Blizzard coming in from Anher, showing up big again. They're going to get a couple more picks. And Anher has had, on this point alone, 2 Blizzards. Anher cleaning up. Triple kill. He is building up his ult so fast.
The amount of the Murray State's comp that is just centered around Mei getting off an incredible ult and everybody else just cleaning up is really extraordinary. If Davenport wants to win this, they're going to have to need to take out the Mei pretty much immediately and not let her get that ultimate off.
Here comes Davenport. They do have the advantage slightly on ult. Pushing forward. Dueling ice walls, of course. They've switched over to Mei Dwarfs now. They've seen the success of Anher and they hope to emulate it for themselves. Orisa's Bongo ult coming in, protecting the team, boosting them. They have a Blizzard. They're pushing forward. Murray State, last chance, 1 minute 40 seconds. They need to get there now. 58, 60. They're so close. And here it is, the final team fight. Murray State needs it. They're going to not be on the point. They need to touch it. If they're not on the point, Davenport can just stroll it in, and they do get on there. They need to stabilize now. Anher gets frozen. Anher needs to stay alive for them to win this. Cloudfield has his ult. He's going to put down the damage field. There it is. It's only him and Mei. Mei needs to freeze everybody that she can. There's the Blizzard coming in. That's going to help stabilize. Touch the point. Oh, 2 kills, and Davenport ties it up. And if you look underneath the score, 7.26 meters to 7.7 meters. That will come into play in just a moment.
So this is the first tie we've had of the day. Talk me through what happens when there's a draw like this.
So now you'll see it's based on distance. You're going to see, I believe they're putting Davenport start on offense. Quicker time to assemble your heroes. You're going to have to get on the field quicker. And you notice, instead of starting with, say, 5 minutes, they're only going to start with 1 minute. And you're going to see that they have to make it, I mean, it's pretty much coming down to the same point. They've got to make it a certain distance more than the other team. And every minute that they spend or every, minute that they add on will adversely affect Murray State's time to get that payload same distance.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Seconds to start.
Twitch chat would like us to acknowledge that Aziz's Orisa is able to pull people into the Mei walls so that they're able to isolate people better. So give credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
Aziz is doing a great job helping catch people out.
Is the Orisa, sometimes you're only going to notice the shields coming in and you don't pay attention to the halts, except when they do something spectacular like pull somebody off the map. But those halts where Orisa pulls them with the halt into the Blizzard, vital. And it just goes to show Murray State's teamwork is on point, and their coordination is definitely on point. Banzai, waiting, biding his time as the Reaper. 50 seconds remaining. Murray State just gonna team up, go all in. Doomfist charging in. Chief gets a kill on Yokai. Another kill from Murray State. Advantage to Murray State right now. Can they get another pick when it matters? Oh boy. Well played from Murray State. 30 seconds remaining. That means Davenport needs to take this first point within 30 seconds, and then they'll have to push the payload again. If they don't get to it, reset, Murray State gets a chance as well. And here comes Davenport. They are playing aggressive. Murray State needs to be ready. Goes Aziz. Aziz stunned. He's going to get taken out flat fifth as well. Davenport may take this. It's going to go to overtime. Here comes Coalescence from both Moiras. Who's going to come out on this one? Of course, gets a kill on the Chief. Banzai pulling out his ult. He gets one, but he gets shut down as well. They're just trying to keep it alive for Murray State. Trying to stay on. And here's Aziz, the wrecking ball. Really trying to make something happen. And the Panthers win. They managed to take that point. They had the greater distance on that one, and they do take that game. And unfortunately, that's going to do it for Murray State today. Watch the play of the game quote, Murray State player does get play of the game. And this is that huge blizzard we saw earlier. And Bo just coming in and cleaning up. And Aziz as well. Once again, not only doing the halts, but getting the kills. And there's nothing more you can say there except GG. Davenport played really well. Murray State as well. Best of luck to Davenport University as they continue on. And we will be back momentarily. Murray State is now out of the competition, but we will come back in a couple minutes for some post-game interviews before we wrap it up tonight. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We will return momentarily.